Cheaters are so lame. What is like genuinely? What's the point? What's the point of playing a game and cheating in it? I've never understood. If you're not already following it, you should already be following it. If you're not already following it, you're fake. Just kidding. Or am I? Okay, we're gonna watch this YouTube video about competitive video games. I don't really know what it's about, but it's apparently once you see it, you'll see competitive games differently.
You know what's kind of weird? When someone asks what kind of games do you like, most people struggle to answer. You say tactical shooters, and they respond, oh, so you must like Counter-Strike, Valorant, and Rainbow Six Siege. And you say, actually only Counter-Strike. You say strategy games and someone recommends you Civilization, when you wanted something more like Hearthstone. Game genres are kind of broken. But I think there's a better way to think about this. And it's a much simpler way to look at games. And once you see it, you'll see games much more differently. But let's start somewhere everyone can agree. Every game has something that separates the good players from the bad ones. Sometimes it's pure skill, your reflexes, your aim, your timing. Sometimes it's information, knowing things the other person doesn't. Sometimes it's something harder to name, the mental side, reading people, managing randomness, and adapting on the fly.
Yo, I'm really good at all of those, by the way. That's why I'm bronze in League of Legends.
These aren't just different skills, they are fundamentally different kinds of gameplay, and most games mix them together in different amounts. So let me give you 3 words: micro, mezo, macro.
Oh! So I know obviously about micro and macro, but I have no idea about mezo.
Now here's where it gets interesting, and a little uncomfortable. What if I told you the clearest way to understand what a game is actually testing is to think about how you'd cheat in it? If you wanted to completely break a game to make it trivially easy, what cheat would you use?
Okay, so if I wanted to cheat in Rivals to make it really easy, I think I would want aimbot. If I wanted to cheat in Valorant, I would want wall hacks. And if I wanted to cheat in League, I guess I'd also want like wall hacks. I would want like a map overlay of where everyone is on the map at all times. So I would want to see where the junglers are. Would you want aimbot all the time in a shooter? I feel like in a game like Valorant, wall hacks would be infinitely more useful than aimbot, because like with a game like Valorant, you don't need like a lot of aim for Valorant. You need really good crosshair placement, and you need really good game sense to be really good at that game. Like obviously aim plays a really big role in it, but it's not as important as like your general game knowledge and map knowledge type shit, you know?
The answer to that question tells you more about a game than any genre label ever could.
So Val's luck? No. It's definitely not luck based. Like as you play Valorant, the more and more you play Valorant, the more you're aware of the general maps, and then like you learn where to place your crosshair when you're holding an angle. You learn peeker's advantage. It's stuff like that. Valorant isn't more so like, obviously you have to have good aim to be good in Valorant. Like if you take a Radiant player and you compare their aim to like a gold player, like obviously the Radiant player is gonna have much better aim, but the more important aspect is you're gonna have much better game sense. They're gonna actually know what's going on in the game. Whereas like in my lobbies right now, since I don't play Valorant anymore, like I'm getting like the gold plat lobbies because I'm just in shit low. Like the people on my team have no idea what's going on ever. Like in some of my games, I literally have to babysit them, but then it's terrible because like I don't play the game anymore. So like mechanically, I'm not as good as I used to be, but like my brain is still kind of there. But the gold players genuinely don't know what's going on, and it's okay. It's not their fault. But yeah, game sense is huge.
Put this to the test. What is micro? Micro is the execution layer. It's your aim, your timing, your movement,
my peak in Valorant is Immortal 2.
Muscle memory. An example of a micro cheat looks like an aimbot. Perfect inputs every single time. If a game can be broken by perfect execution,
Oh my gosh, like
that's
cheating in Osu has to be the most lame thing ever. Cheating in general is like so lame, but cheating in Osu? What's the fucking point of playing Osu? Like actually, how do you like what is the point in cheating in Osu? That's actually crazy.
a micro game. Osu, Geometry Dash, Aim Trainers, and Tetris are a few examples.
Also,
you can
cheating
cheat
in
in
like an aim trainer. That is wild to me. Why are you cheating at something that's literally just supposed to make you better? Like, why would you cheat at an aim trainer? That's so dumb. That's literally so counterproductive.
Osu with perfect cursor tracking. You can cheat in Geometry Dash with perfect jumps.
Why would you
These
cheat
are-
in Geometry Dash?
Are execution cheats.
Goodness.
And you can feel the microness when you
What other games are here? See, you're lying. People cheat in Surf. People cheat at Subway Surfers? Yo. Bunch of fucking losers these people are. That's
Play them.
crazy.
Mezo is the probability layer, the place where mind games exist. You're reacting to the unpredictable nature of people, not mechanics. A mezo cheat looks like stream sniping, knowing someone's habits before they show them, reading cooldowns, seeing things you shouldn't see yet. The best example for the purest mezo game is rock, paper, scissors. There's zero execution skill. It's entirely mental and probability. Among Us also runs on mezo, so does Liar's Bar. Even the stock market is built around this layer. If you wanted to cheat in Among Us, you'd stream snipe to know who the imposter is. If you wanted to cheat in stocks, you'd insider trade. Notice how none of these cheats involve executing anything better. They involve knowing something you shouldn't. Macro is the system's layer. It's your routing, your resource management, and your win condition. You can think of it like the mathematically correct way of winning the game. A macro cheat looks like a chess engine, economy automation, or you can imagine like a perfect coach telling
Did that just imply that Minecraft farms are macro cheating?
you exactly what to do.
Darren, ping it, ping it, ping it. We need to let our team know what's up.
Pure macro games are almost mathematical puzzles. Think Factorio, Polybridge, Connect 4, Tic-Tac-Toe. Once you find the optimal solution, the game is solved. But here's where it gets really interesting. Most games aren't just one of these, they're combinations of them. And the combination tells you everything about what kind of game it is. So let's look at micro plus macro. These tend to be single-player precision games. You need to know the optimal solution and execute it fast. Think Rubik's Cube speedrunning, Mario 64.
I've never understood how people. You guys know I've actually never solved a Rubik's Cube, not once. Not once. I have no idea how people do it.
And getting over it. If you were to have a perfect micro cheat in Elden Ring, you'd have perfect dodges.
Do it on stream.
But if you were to have a perfect macro cheat, you'd use the mathematically optimal build. But there's one weird multiplayer outlier here. 8-ball pool. There's a mathematically optimal shot, and then there's the skill of actually hitting it. So even though it is player versus player, the room for mind games doesn't really exist. And I think it's a rare exception. Next, let's look at micro plus mezo. This is PvP skill expression games. These tend to be your fighting games, Street Fighter, Tekken, Smash Bros, Brawlhalla. Your skill matters, and reading your opponents matters.
I've never been into games
But
like
also
these.
you have some other examples like Mario Kart,
BB-8.
like the micro of driving, and the mezo of random items and unpredictable opponents. We even see some unique games like Tetris 99. The original Tetris is pure
No,
micro.
I've never even touched Smash Bros. Mario Kart is fun. I liked Mario Kart when I was a kid, but like I've never played Smash Bros. And I haven't played Mario Kart like as an adult. But I've never really played fighting games. Like the most fighting games, like I played Dead or Alive when I was a kid. But that's it. Like I played some Mortal Kombat, but like when I was a kid, I would play with my dad. That's it.
But Tetris 99 also involves mezo, because now you're managing who to send the garbage to. You also
Yo, I own a Switch. I just don't play Smash Bros. Now stop being mean to me.
have physics-based PvP, like Fall Guys and
You played the Gooner fighting game? Yeah, and I wifed up Maria. Now what?
Gang Beasts, which also fits into micro plus mezo. The next one is mezo plus macro. These are the mind and math games. Think Hearthstone, TFT, Pokemon VGC, and Battleship. Now, chess is theoretically a pure macro game, but at the human level, there's a massive meso component. You're optimizing for your specific opponent's habits. That's why studying opponent matters in high-level chess. And then there are some weird outliers. Balatro is a single-player game, but it's also
I never
meso
played Balatro either, guys.
macro because the RNG of the card combines with the math of maximizing your hand. You're not executing anything difficult, but you have to pick and choose your cards wisely, and play to their biggest strength. Phasmophobia is also a weird game that fits into meso macro. It's a co-op game, but it fits here because you're deducing a ghost using evidence, which is macro, while the ghost behavior has RNG, meso. Although I suspect non-PvP meso macro games slowly converge towards pure macro over time. Once players fully map the RNG, it stops feeling uncertain and becomes a speedrun problem. And then there's the middle, all three overlapping. This is where the biggest competitive games live.
Yes.
League of Legends, Dota 2, CS2, Valorant,
Marvel
Overwatch,
Rivals.
Marvel Rivals,
Yes.
Rocket League, Apex, Rainbow Six, World of Warcraft. But here's the thing, they're not all the same balance. And the cheat test tells you how exactly they differ. So let's use Counter-Strike as an example. Can aimbot win a game of CS completely alone?
No, it cannot. Aimbot cannot win you a game, like a tactical shooter game. Aimbot alone can't win you a tactical shooter game. I would say with aimbot alone, you have a better chance in like a hero shooter. Actually, I don't really know, but it still wouldn't win you a
Most
tactical
certainly,
shooter
yes.
game.
If
No,
you
it
never
wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. I call cap.
miss, most duels are over before they start. That makes
Unless you have like a hard lock. If you have a hard lock, that's different. If you just have like a slight subtle aimbot that like corrects your micro adjust, like if you're talking like they're here and you're looking here and then your cursor gets flipped here, then no, I'm not buying it.
extremely high in CS2.
Not buying
But
it.
what about X-ray, seeing through walls?
That's
Pros have
different.
done
This is different.
experiments with one player with X-ray versus 5 without X-ray. The 5 still usually win, but the X-ray player takes rounds they have no business taking. This makes meso very high in CS2 too,
No.
which means macro,
Nope,
the
not
strategic
buying it.
layer, is relatively
buying it.
the lowest.
I'm not buying it.
CS isn't about long-term economy optimization the way MOBAs are. The rounds are short and the execution is everything. But let's try this test with Overwatch, and right away we see a unique case, because the answer actually depends on your role. But since it varies so heavily by character and roles, I decided to ask
OMG, hi user 24101015, welcome to the stream. Yes, we do have a Twitch. We stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then we're streaming today because I just felt like it. Even the video agrees with her before it even got. Ooh,
someone who knows about
Yeah.
Overwatch way better than I do.
I'm the goat.
So if you compare all three like maxed out versions of the perfect version of it, like a cheat version of
Yeah.
it, which one would have like the highest win rate and how would the distribution be?
I would just say support is more macro heavy, DPS is more micro heavy, and then tank is more meso heavy.
Oh, okay.
Also, the way that it works is you have offense, defense,
Hello, SevW07. Welcome to the stream.
and control.
Yep.
Control refers to like map control. Offense refers to offensive options. Defense refers to defensive options. And if you a character's mixture or like kind of design links to this concept of offense, defense, and control. Tanks tend to depend on more control. Supports more defense. DPS more offense. And if you actually like dissect each individual hero, they will have different like varying levels or varying focuses on offense, defense, or control.
So I'm thinking about it like this, right? If you were to give each role one cheat, you would give aimbot to DPS, and
Yes.
for
Yeah.
tank, you would give the ability to see
I
enemy.
guess I should have clarified that also. Like when I'm thinking about cheating in like a hero shooter, I'm only thinking about cheating on DPS because like cheating in general is like lame, but like if you're gonna cheat, why would you get on the game and cheat on Doctor Strange? Why would you get on and cheat on the Thing? Like obviously you're gonna cheat on DPS. I guess you could get on and like cheat on Luna, or like if you're playing Overwatch, you could cheat on like Zen or Ana and like hard carry. Well, I don't know if you can really carry on like hard carry on Ana. I don't really play that game anymore. But I'm really only thinking about DPS because I feel like the people who are gonna cheat are just gonna get on and play DPS anyways.
Cooldowns as a perfect cheat, right? And
Yeah.
for supports, you would have a coach or an engine, perfect coach.
Yes.
in your head.
That's
Also, like cooldown info, that's something that you have to know as a support also. Like this wall hack and cooldown info being given to the tank, like that cheat being given to the tank, that would also be a very, very good cheat to give to the support because at least in rivals, like I said, I don't play Overwatch anymore, so I don't really know if it's the same on Overwatch now. But like on rivals, as a support player, one of your main jobs is to negate enemy ults. So like if they have a Strange, I need to know where the Strange is playing so that I can freeze him or I can push him away or shield myself. Like if they're playing Elsa, I need to be aware of her positioning. I need to be aware of if she has ult or not. If their supports, I need to be aware if their supports have ult. Like you have to learn if you're being dove, you need to learn the divers cooldowns, and you need to learn when they have no cooldowns, because let's say a Venom dives you, right? And you push him away from you on invis, he still has cooldowns. He can still swing out. Whereas if you hold your cooldowns and you wait for the Venom to invest everything he has into the fight, then when he swings away, you pull him, he has no util, and then your team melts him. So like stuff like that is really important to know on support too.
perfect. That's exactly perfect. And also, especially in Overwatch, because it's 5v5.
But also this guy's a coach, so like obviously he knows infinitely more than I do. I'm just providing my own input.
You have one tank. Like if you can win every duel as a tank, that's kind of like a free win for your team.
But what about Apex? Apex sits remarkably balanced across all three.
I feel like Apex, you'd benefit the most from aimbot, but like I haven't really played Apex in a long time. And even when I did play Apex, I didn't like play a lot of Apex. Like I was never an Apex player. I played it for like a couple months and then I moved on.
If you think about which player is most likely to win, a guy with perfect aimbot, a guy with perfect wall hacks, or a guy with perfect ring knowledge, all three actually has a pretty good chance of winning the game. If you have aimbot, you can easily kill anyone rotating, but any close range fight will tend to go either way. But with perfect wall hacks, you can use your nades and abilities to take a team down, but you'll still lose to someone with
cheating with wall hacks on stream?
you can use your nades
Or
and
is that like an ability in the game?
abilities to take a team down, but you'll still lose to someone with good ring positioning. But even with perfect ring information, you could still easily die to someone who wants to contest that position.
He's pulling the phase Jarvis. Wait, I don't know that lore. What's the lore there?
But let's test this in a really unique game, Rocket League. I asked Pro Rocket League coach Luke on his answer to this thought experiment, and this was his response.
I'm not
Basically,
reading all that,
perfect
bro.
micro or perfect mechanics in
I'm not
Rocket
reading
League
all
would be
that.
defined as taking the ball from point A to point B as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Like how in a first
He cheated in Fortnite. GG. Cheaters are so lame. What is like genuinely? What's the point? What's the point of playing a game and cheating in it? I've never understood. Never ever. The only way cheating is okay is like playing Minecraft creative on a single player server, or like downloading mods that like I don't know, change the game to be something that you want to play in a single player game. Like I don't think there's really such thing as like cheating in a single player game, I guess, but like if you're getting on a game and you're playing against other people, or you're playing a game where you are compared to other people, like Osu, for example, 90% of the time you get on Osu and you're just playing by yourself, but like cheating in Osu is just so lame.
First-person shooter,
Weird.
aimbot moves the crosshair to the target as quickly and as efficiently as possible. For Rocket League, smarts cannot make up for the fact that a more mechanical person can just take the ball to the open net far more than someone with less mechanics. This makes Rocket League heavily micro-dominant. But after micro being the most dominant, he put macro second and mezo last. This is because even if perfect mezo allows you to hear enemy comms or see enemy boost, doesn't change the fact that all information in Rocket League is able to be known at all times. And for how fast-paced the game is at the highest level, listening to a perfect coach verbatim would be better over hearing enemy comms or seeing enemy boost. Also, the closest thing to perfect micro in Rocket League is the AI bots. I came across footage of 3 semi-pro players versing 3 of the best Rocket League AI.
I've just never been able to get into Rocket League. I know Rocket League is like a huge game. It has like a really huge competitive scene, but I have never been able to get into it. Never.
Oh my god.
But I think it's
And the
maybe
3
'cause I'm
AI
just really
bots
bad
were
at
able
it.
to win comfortably. So here's what this framework actually gives you. It helps classify games, but it also helps understand yourself as a player. I noticed something when I looked at which games I genuinely enjoy. I gravitate toward games in the middle,
Me
the
too.
full micro meso macro cluster, and toward pure micro and pure macro, but I don't really enjoy micro macro games.
Wait, I have to
Speedrunning
look
doesn't
more.
scratch
I have to look more at the categories. So, out of these games, what do I play? Okay, so I play Osu, but I don't play. I like go through phases with Osu. So I'd say like micro itself alone is like a kind of. What about this? Girl, I don't play any of these. And then this, I don't play any of these. Is that satisfactory? I like satisfactory. I'm almost purely here. Like almost purely here. Like the games that I play are right here.
enjoy micro macro games.
I do like factory games. Or like even like PAL World, like it's not technically a factory game, but it's like I kind of like a grindy game where you're like leveling up and like you do this so that you can do this, so that you can do this, so that you could do this type shit, you know?
Running doesn't scratch the right itch for me. And when I looked at why, it mapped exactly. In Apex, I'd argue I aim pretty well and have respectable movement. I'd say I also have a solid understanding of rotations and ring positioning, but I tend to tunnel vision in close quarter fights, specifically when we're in the same building. So I tend to miss meso reads when the pressure is high. And this exactly explains the gap in my game. Because here's the real insight. Every player has a natural lean. Some people are micro players. They grind mechanics obsessively, and they want the skill gap to feel fair. Some people are meso players. They love reading people, and they thrive in the chaos of PvP randomness. Like we even see a common cluster of people who play Among Us, GTA R.E.P., luck-based games like gambling, along with many other party games. And then we also see that some players are macro players. They love efficiency, they draw routes on maps, they think about the game between games more than during it. And most of us are a mix, but not an equal mix. The games that frustrate you the most,
I'm 1000% like micro macro heavy.
they're probably
1000%.
demanding something your brain doesn't naturally give. The games you keep coming back to, they're probably rewarding the part of you that already runs at full power. Genre labels never told you any of this. Action RPG doesn't tell you whether you'll be grinding execution, reading opponents, or solving systems. It just tells you there's a sword and a level bar. And maybe more importantly, you can stop blaming yourself when a game doesn't click. Cause maybe the games are testing things you haven't built yet. In my case, it's the underdevelopment of meso. And that's the 3 dimensions of games: micro, meso, macro. Every game lives somewhere inside them. And now that you know where to look, you'll never see a game the same way again.
Okay, so from my understanding, micro is like your own mechanics. Micro is your mechanical skill. Mezo is like your ability to read other people. And then macro is like your own efficiency, I guess. I guess. Yeah, I don't know if that change. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like when I play a competitive game, I'm not really thinking about like. I'm not really thinking of like anything. I just kind of play the game. I mean, like obviously, subconsciously, like I know what's going on, and like subconsciously I am like reading people. I don't train like my mechanics, especially when it comes to a game like Rivals. Like for Valorant, when I was playing Valorant a lot, I was aim training quite a bit, or like I'd go into practice range before playing. But like I don't do that with Rivals. I literally just get on Rivals and I just play the game. But like I said, when I'm playing Rivals, like I am a support player, so a lot of the time while I'm playing Rivals, I'm constantly thinking about like what the enemy is doing. What ults does my team have? What ults does the enemy team have? What cooldowns do their divers have? Do their tanks have shield up? Like is their shield broken? Is their invis shield broken? I try to think about that, but it's like a subconscious thing. I'm not actively thinking about it. It's just like in my brain, that's what's going on. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna see competitive games differently, but it was a good video. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I wanna play Valorant. That's all mezo and makes sense as a support player. See, but like the support, the mezo games are like totally not my freaking games, dude. Totally not my freaking games, dude. Yeah, we're playing Valorant. We're playing Valorant. I have to climb back up in the ranks, guys. Have to climb back up.